I was off on my own. I was very independent. Not a black sheep, but I was just like doing my own thing and very different from lots of my family. Then I met my husband when I was 22. Briefly, I worked for him. And then I was 23 when I married him. And then my life, quite honestly, didn't really begin till I met my husband. And he was extraordinary. Extraordinary. Allan McKeown.
How did he change your life?
He was just... He was a working class fellow from London.
Hairstylist?
So funny. So funny. Left school at 14.
Yeah.
Went to work for Vidal Sassoon as a junior, and just had personality off the charts and ambition. And he would work with the Beatles and Twiggy and Gene Shrimpton and eventually Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton had him as their hairdresser because he was fun and he was good and he was just the greatest guy. He was just extraordinary. And he'd had quite a life. But he was older than me, quite a bit older than me. And I wanted to marry somebody like Michael Caine or Alan Parker or some bright, working class, funny, successful, sexy guy. And there was Allan McKeown. Yeah. Suit, funny, ambitious. And he already was living in America. He wanted to do television shows and do change formats. He came over here with Ian LaFrenney and Dick Clement. They were his partners, and they're still here writing. And they did The Commitments and all the rewrites on the Bond films. And they were his friends, and we lived in the Hollywood Hills. He bought Steven Spielberg's little house where he'd written Jaws, and he was one of the guys. He had Robin Williams at the house, and Harry Nielsen, and Peter Cook, and they were the funny English guys that had crazy parties and drank a lot.
You left England for this because...
Well, he wasn't doing that when I married him. He said those days were over, when the Playboy bunnies were going up to the house, And he was older, and he flew in to London and saw me on Three of a Kind and literally pointed at the television screen and said, "I'm going to marry that girl."
Really?
Yeah.
What did he tell you why?
He just said, "I thought that's the girl I'm going to marry." I said, "Oh, so you ditched all the Playboy bunny model blondes. You realised you needed a smart brunette?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You've been a nice little earner."